Okay, so today we're going to talk about the Wargames. So everyone was losing their mind today because I soloed the Wargames in Twine Peaks, and it was a doozy. It was a trapped out safety zone match, and I soloed it. Power level 121. Yeah, power level 121 enemies, and I smashed it into dust. And so yeah, we're going to talk about how I did that. Now I knew right away that if you're doing a safety zone match, you're going to take some damage, and you're going to need some heals, man. Now, this is pretty much my favorite character regardless, because I'm very aggressive, and I like to shrug off damage and just heal through the pain. So Survivalist Jonesy is actually pretty much my favorite character in the entire game. I actually like him more than I like Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer has truly astounding damage, but there is something really special about being absolutely unkillable. You'll notice the characters that I gravitate towards are the unkillable characters, like the Immortal Ninja, Survivalist Jonesy, the Immortal Soldier God, and Power-Based Kyle, the self-repairing infinite, the infinite defense. I went with Jonesy because Jonesy is a beast, man. Survivalist Jonesy is he's a healing machine. When you have him as your main character, you can basically heal for about 30% of your health every time you kill a single enemy. It's like 10% healing per second. You kill one enemy, you heal for 3 seconds. Every second you heal about 30% of your health. It's crazy. You're just chunk. Your health just flies up. You can go from 0 to 100 so fast, it just blows your mind. You can heal for so much that you can literally stand inside of damage fields and out heal the damage. As long as you are really, really good and careful not to get hit by additional damage sources, you can out heal, most issues, most problems, in this case, the storm. You can go right outside of your little storm fields and just go hard. So that's what I did. I went and took Survivalist Jonesy. This is my build. I went with the Underdog Team perk. This increases the healing that you receive by 2.5% for each nearby enemy. So the more enemies that are surrounding you, the more your healing heals you. So if you have any healing effects, this will amplify those effects based on how surrounded you are. And let's just say Survivalist Jonesy has some healing effects. So that's what I used. We went with the Underdog. I try to stay far away from enemies, but in the case that they actually do get really close to me, this definitely boosts up that heal to a pretty extreme degree, depending on how many enemies are bearing down on my position. It's really, really effective when you do a shockwave into a bunch of enemies and smash, hit everything, kill at least one, probably more than one, but you get credit for all those bodies that were around you when you got your first kill, and you get that big tick, so the really large heal. After that, we've got Mad Tidings, Mr. Crackshot. Firing a ranged weapon grants up to 1 stack of Holiday Spirit, up to 50 stacks. Each stack of Holiday Spirit increases ranged weapon damage by 1%, but decreases your weapon stability by 0.2. So basically, 50% bonus damage is what that is. It has to ramp up a little bit. Your first 50 shots get, stronger and stronger and stronger until you hit 50% bonus damage. Then we got Mr. Bulletstorm Jonesy over here. So here's the crack shot. There's his skill, Mad Tidings. Then we've got Bulletstorm Jonesy. There is his skill, Startup. Every shot increases ranged weapon damage by 1%, up to 25 stacks. So he's like a watered down version of Crackshot without the downside of stability problems. So he ramps all the way up to 25% bonus damage. Beast mode. Then we have assault damage. So you got 50% damage, you got 25% damage, and you got Rescue Trooper Ramirez giving you 17% assault rifle damage with no stipulations. Beast mode. Then we've got the King, assault crit damage, Mr. Tactical Assault Sledgehammer himself, rocking the 75% bonus critical damage. Just insane. Absolutely insane. And last but not least, the super secret ultimate Stars and Stripes Jonesy with his assault ammo recovery perk, which so few people actually fully understand. Assault weapons have a 24% chance to refund ammo every shot, meaning every shot you shoot has a chance to go back in the gun, making your clip actually bigger. So rather than having a 100 clip, you're actually going to have 100 plus 24%. Then those 24% of the ammo that you got back, you have a 24% to get that ammo back, and 24% to get that ammo back. So you end up having a very, on average, a very huge amount of ammo given back to you. So it's extremely powerful. This is just a nonsensibility. I love it. I absolutely love it. So it's a little RNG based because it's a percentage, right? 24%. Maybe you'll get the ammo back. Maybe you won't. But on average, it's incredible. It is incredible. It makes the gun feel like bottomless sometimes. It's just so nuts, which is really important because you want to have a really big clip. Because the bigger the clip is, the longer you get to sit on these ramp up bonuses with Mad Tidings and Startup. These things take time to ramp up. Once you hit 25 and then 50 shots, your gun is doing maximum damage. And you'll do that damage until you run out of bullets. And then you have to reload your gun and start from scratch again. So, of course, the gun that I'm using with this monster build, you'll recognize this guy. He's from the Ultimates lineup from, that you saw when I first started posting the best of the best. He is one of the 3 Ultimates. Between him, Crackshot, and Sledgehammer, they are the kings of soldiers, and he is the survival monster. And no matter which of those heroes you're using, we are using the Terminator. This bad boy right here is the nastiest gun in the entire game when you're using one of the 3 Ultimates. This build, this setup is so insane. This gun normally has 175 rounds in the mag, but with Stars and Stripes boosting that up, you end up with so you got 175 times 0.24 is 42 times 0.24, 10 times 0.24, 2.4 times 0.24, 0.5. So that's so nuts, right? That's so nuts. So you got basically 130 mag on average. On average, it's not always going to do that because it's RNG, but on average, you're going to have 130 bullets in that mag. So stupid. Oh, it's so powerful. So yeah, basically you have infinite bullets. You just kill and kill and kill until you run out of things to kill, and then you reload your gun. Now, I went and took it a step further, and I made 2 Terminators, and I made an Obliterator. Now, I messed up at the start of this fight, actually. I went and put my speed hammer on, my Baron, so I could run around and do what I needed to do and explore, but I forgot to switch the Baron back to the Obliterator, and it cost me some hits on my amplifier. Because I finally had to go and make one. I forgot to even make one. I didn't even have one crafted. I was like, oh my god, I forgot I broke it. And so I went and crafted my Obliterator in the middle of combat and just took some hits to my my amp. And no big deal. I was like, whatever, we'll take some hits. I need the Obliterator because the Obliterator is the greatest anti-riot shield tool in the entire game. When a riot shield comes up, you just pull out your Obliterator, you no-scope them right in the face, knock him on the ground, switch back to your Terminator, and then execute that little scumbag. And if you don't do that, you're going to get smacked around because the Terminator does not have pinpoint accuracy on its attack. You're not going to be able to shoot through that little eye hole consistently enough to kill them when you're under pressure. You're going to, any amount of panic at all, or any amount of bloom or movement or mistake, and that riot's going to push you back. And once he pushes you back, then he's going to endanger. Everyone else becomes a threat. You need to kill them fast before they get to you, right? So that's what the obliterator is for. You pull out that obliterator, smash him right in the face, knock him on the ground, execute him, and then continue whapping his friends. The other thing that you can do is use your shockwave to go point blank range into the riot shield, and as soon as he's about to attack you, you shockwave through him, land behind him, shockwave, knocking him to the ground because he's exposed because you hit him from behind because you jumped through him. Then you pull out your gun and execute him again on the ground. So you have a few different ways of dealing with the riot huskies, and they're really truly the only major threat on the battlefield. Everyone else just comes up. If you have built your trap tunnels properly, all of the enemies are going to come from one direction, nice and straight, nice and narrow. They're not going to spread out. They're going to be very predictable. You just want to funnel them into a hole and then terminate everything. And that's what I did. I went and I picked a spot right at the top. I pressured down, and then I kind of backed up. The further you are away from their spawn, the better, especially if you are running with trap tunnels, because that will prevent the lobbers from making an impact, because the lobbers will try to get angles on you. They'll try to attack from far away. And if you have some really, really good trap tunnels, you're going to force them into the tunnels, and then they're going to die because they're going to walk into your bullets like everybody else. It's when they get around the edges that they can cause problems. So you want to stay as far away from the spawn location as possible to encourage them all to run into your trap tunnels. Even if you have no traps, like for this round here, you still want to funnel them all into one spot. That's the key. Keep them all in one direction. The mist monsters were nothing. They were completely irrelevant. They walked in, I smoked them. I think I got hit by one taker charge, which kind of rocked me a little bit, put me in danger. Anytime that I was feeling like I was in trouble, I would retreat back to one of the bubbles. But for the most part, I wouldn't even stand in the bubbles. I would stand right in the middle of the damage, pick a good spot where I could like really custer them in, go last stand and just block them and hold down that choke point and just kill everything. But in the cases that you do get hit a little bit, I just kind of retreat. I go back into my shield. It's where I can actually regenerate my shields. I'm not taking damage, and I can try to pick off a few targets and regenerate that health back up within the safety of, that extra shield barrier. And it allows you to heal up really, really fast because you're not taking damage. In fact, you're actually gaining shields. So that helps you recover really, really quick. There was one part in the match where I actually got heavily, heavily wounded, and I actually blew my adrenaline rush. And of course, that's what it's for. It's for emergencies only. And I got into an emergency. I hit that adrenaline rush, and boom, back in the fight. It allowed me to fight it out instead of having to run back to the safety of my little bubble, which was good at the time because there was a lot of enemies bearing down. I really needed to go hard offensive to retake control of the battlefield. So at the end, I ended up having 2 of the little bubble amplifiers completely fine, and my main amplifier completely fine. I took a little bit of damage here and there on them, but for the most part, they were good. I killed everything that tried to rush in on me. I pulled out my obliterator and I blew away the lobbers that were trying to take long range pot shots. Headshot, nice pop, real fast, one shot kills, and then right back to the middle. I would really try to cycle my reloads quite effectively. Yes, you get more damage if you don't reload, but if you get caught without ammo and you have to reload when you don't want to reload, it can be really, really problematic. So I just erred on the side of caution, and any opportunity that I had to reload one of my guns, I would automatically go for the reload on the gun that needed the most amount of ammo. I would have 2 Terminators that I could cycle between in case one ran out and I didn't have time to reload it. I would just switch to the other one, and then anytime I had an opportunity to reload, I'd reload the one that had less ammo in it. So it kind of kept me with this perpetual motion, kept me on top of things, kept me on the offensive, which is what you want to do. You want to be in control. You don't want to be panicking. You don't want to be like trying to figure out where the enemies are flanking around you. You want to funnel them all in, kill them, push them, keep them into one spot. So they come through that hole, you just cut them down. So that's the key. Keep them funneled. Use your obliterators to take out the riot shielders and the lobbers anytime you can. Just try to not get hit. Stay in the middle. Keep, maintain good accuracy. Keep burning them down as fast as you can to maintain that health regeneration so that you don't have to run back to the safety of your bubble. Because when you go to the bubble, you are in a less advantageous position to kill them as they come in. You want to be aggressive. You want to keep them pressured back away from the base. That way, if things go a little south, you have a little bit of time to do damage control and recover and get it back under control. And that's how I did it. That's how I beat the horrible little safety zone with no traps solo. All right, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this this review. It was a lot of fun, man. I love the war games. I think they're really, really cool, and there's a lot of strategy involved. And they can be really, really easy if you want to just cheese out a lot of it with traps and stuff. But man, overall, I'm just having an absolute blast with this. So, guys, oh man, thank you so much for all the support, man. Thank you. The VASH Corps has had my back every step of the way, and you guys have been helping me blow up this YouTube channel, watching all my videos, constantly there to encourage me, leaving lots of comments. So thank you guys. Keep on having my back, and I'm going to keep on having your back, and I'll keep dropping as much awesome content as I possibly can. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up. Ring that bell, and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the war games, and let me know what you think of my rockin' solo victory. All right, guys. If there's any other videos you'd like me to cover, just give me a shout in the comments, and I will do my best. Catch you guys next time.